We flew into Bristol at 2 a.m. in the morning, so decided to rent a hotel and travel back to our respective homes in the morning. My friend drove back to his home in London, and I had the dilemma that there was no trains until 10 a.m, so decided to get a cab all the way from Bristol back to Treherbert, which is a good job because as we travelled up the valley I could see that there were trees over the railway due to the storm the night before. Well, I'm back. So the flight got in at 1 o'clock, 2. It was due to get in at 6, but obviously it was delayed because there was a storm. And then couldn't get from Bristol to my house, so we stayed in Bristol for the night at an Ibis, but it was not the best hotel I have ever seen. It was worse than student digs. In fact, I've lived in better student digs in the past. So this morning, awake at 6:30, caught a taxi from Bristol to my house. Cost far too much money, but apparently the first train from Bristol wasn't going to be until 10 o'clock. And then when we got to the Rhondda, as we were coming through, I could see there were trees over the railway track and over the roads, but we managed to get through. So I think if I hadn't paid for the taxi, I could still be in Bristol now. So obviously, feels a bit weird to be back. In one regard, I'm thinking, did it actually happen at all? So it's a good job I've got the videos. I've had a good cup of tea, and I've also had a sleep. And the cats were jumping for joy when I walked in, and now they've gone to sleep as well. So I thought I would take a little walk down to the homestead. Right, let's come and have a look at the damage that was caused by the storm that came through. The glass has fallen over, but I don't know if that's actually caused damage yet. We'll soon find out. Let's just stand here and take the whole thing in, and then I'll walk around and assess. Okay, I thought that plastic would have held up, in fact, but obviously it did not. Is the building still tight, you know? At least the building is still standing. Okay, building seems okay. Greenhouse is in there. What else has happened? Something's... Okay, so the roof is all over the place. That can easily be fixed. No use crying over that. Oh, yes, these plastics were on top of the table, weren't they? Okay, well that can be fixed, you know. Then the glass has gone down as well. Has any of it smashed? That is the question. And what's happened here? Oh, the fence has been blown back. The force, there you go, the fence has been blown back a bit. And looks like my water butt's going for a walk. And the This shed needs to be redone. Must have been quite a fierce storm. Let me see if I can get my water butt back without falling in myself. This bit of bramble has saved it. See, brambles can be friends sometimes. Oh well, you know, that's life, isn't it? No point getting upset about it. Right, let me put this on the other side for the time being. Even the sign has been blown out a bit. Let's have a check inside. Well, obviously it's a bit wet now inside because there's no roof. Now I wonder if any of this glass has actually smashed. It hasn't, so I'm going to leave it there. I'll leave it there until I'm ready to deal with it. Glass on this side. That looks fine. Looks like it was in the shelter there. That glass is fine there. What about this one? And that's fine as well. That's a sure sign that it's toughened glass, isn't it? Oh well, it's not bad, is it? You can't get too stressed about these things. In fact, being out of the country when this happened sort of gave me a new perspective on things. Sometimes if you tune too much into the news, read the headlines, read local Facebook page groups, you can get wound up that the end of the world is about to come. People have had wind for years and they've dealt with it. It's just the media blows it all up and whips up a whirlwind to go along with the headlines. I can see though, looking up at the mountains, some of the trees have fallen down, but again, that's just part of life, isn't it? If every tree stood, the world would be full. Every 100 years, a few trees have to come down to make way for some more trees. That's just what life is all about. And as long as we're okay and the animals are okay, then it's fine, isn't it? No use crying over spilt felt. Anyway, I'm not going to do anything today. I'm going to go home and have a cup of tea. But I will sort these roofs out this week. Hello! So we're back in the kitchen. Oh well, I suppose I better get rid of this. Keep that for when the summer comes. I do love these glasses though. Wait. So, here we go. This thing is back. Roll on Christmas to get rid of it, that's what I say. Now, because I didn't have one yesterday, today I'm going to have two. Oh, the fun and joy in it. But now, what day is it? I've lost track of my days. So, 15 is there. Is it 15th already? Has time flown that quickly? Time sure has... No, 14th. 14th, then advance on 14th now. 14th, going down to 13th, 12, 14th, and it's sold. 14th in the corner. Right, all this is called is love. That's love. That's what people say. Riding high in April, shut down in May. So I've got no idea what this is. Oh yes, I do. Rose, chamomile and lavender. Don't forget that old Take That song. It only takes 4 minutes, girls, to infuse your tea. To infuse your tea. It only takes 4 minutes, girls, to brew your tea. To brew your tea. Anyway. Let's add a bit of cold water on so I can drink it. Because I don't want to be here all night. Now a viewer did say, why didn't I give them to the food bank? And to be honest, I wouldn't want to put this trauma onto them. So now, as you can tell, I love that one. So let's do the next one. But as I said a few days ago, oh, I can feel my stomach turning with that one. As I said a few days ago, they're now starting to repeat. A bit like when you drink them. So what have we got to look forward to? There's one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 days to Christmas. And my true love sent to me a box of Yorkshire tea. Right. I didn't like this one the last time. I'm not going to like it today. It's lemongrass and ginger. Oh, and those that have been complaining for a few months, I know who you are. A plumber is coming in about a week's time to sort that out. Oh, if soap was a liquid, it'd be this one. Lemongrass and ginger. Oh, let's put a bit of cold water on. Let's give it a tiny bit of a chance, isn't it? Oh! 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 That was alright, that one. Let's get a Yorkshire brew on. Oh, dear me. Oh. I came back. Something else that took my breath away when I came back was there was a nice cheque waiting on the doorstep for £150 from the water. Oh, I need a holiday from them. There was a nice cheque for, if I stand there, it looks like I've got a hat on. I had a nice cheque for £150 because on the day that I left to go to Tenerife, is over there, the water in the village, we were told that we couldn't drink it, and it got switched back on the day before I came back. So apparently we're having £150, which I've got. I banked that. That's there to pay for next year. The water bill, that is, not the holiday. But I've heard there's another £100 coming. So if that's the case, then I'm on the ball for the water for next year. Life is back to normal. Thank you for joining me. I think it's going to take a few days now to adapt to this very cold weather indeed. I think I'll just sit down and watch a bit of TV tonight and put my hat on just to keep the feeling going for a few more days. But yes, these will come in very handy down on the homestead if summer ever decides to visit Treherbert next year. I got a good feeling next year the weather's going to be grand. So, catch up with you tomorrow. We're getting very close to Christmas now. Bye for now.